Tonight's call comes from a man who was filming a video deep in the Mojave Desert when he began to feel something dark watching him from the night. Terrified, he fled the desert, only to realize he'd left his camera behind. But when he returned to retrieve it, he came face to face with a 14-foot tall creature that shattered everything he thought was impossible in a moment he would describe as the most terrifying moment of his life.
Paranormal Payphone.
Welcome back to Paranormal Payphone, where we always answer after midnight. I'm Steve, and he is a sexy boy, Brandon. How are you doing, bud?
That's a great intro for me. I appreciate that.
Sexy boy.
I'm not going out.
No. Dude, just got
there we
fire
go.
out
We
behind
need
you.
the pyro. Yeah.
One of the best intros just because of the pyro.
Can't stand Shawn Michaels.
I know you can't, and that's why I did it, because I know that you have really your hatred for the early 90s wrestling. You don't like Shawn. You don't like Brett. Like, where did you fall in that?
Early 90s.
Yeah.
You know, he's back and forth with WCW
Yeah.
and WWE. So, I
Okay.
mean, of the two, I'm full Bret Hart.
You're full Bret Hart.
Yes.
So when it comes to Montreal, you are full Bret Hart.
Oh, yeah. I'm spitting in Vince's face, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
He probably liked it. You know,
Turns out, there's some documentation that might support that.
Yeah.
So you're full support of Brett. But where are you on the Goldberg Brett? What side of the fence you fall on?
I'm still with Bret.
You're still with Brett?
I guess I don't hate Bret Hart as much as I like.
Yeah,
to think.
you know what? Here's the thing. I think you're changing your tune just slightly on the Bret Hart thing.
Yeah. He's winning me over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he brought a lot to the table.
He did.
You know,
Phenomenal wrestler.
Zero personality. One of the only reasons I know about Banff. And
Really? What's that?
Like, it's the
I'm just kidding.
town of Canada. Yeah. You know, because of his terrible hockey jersey selection he would wear. Those Canadians back then were not doing Canada justice, I don't feel like.
No, they weren't. And great glasses, though.
Great glasses. Did you ever get one in the show?
No.
Oh, gosh. I wanted one so bad.
Was never that close.
No?
No. I was always up in the rafters a little bit.
See, we never went to the big shows. We always went to the tiny house shows, like, you know, in a small, like, amateur hockey team, in those stadiums. And so you could get close enough there. It's just, there was always going to be someone there that was more deserving of them. So you were just out of luck.
They need to bring the house shows back.
100%. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah. So much more fun. I saw Mark Henry at a house show and I thought, oh my God, that's the biggest human being I'd ever seen at that point.
I saw The Giant, and he was at one point From Me to You. And I was like, this is awful. I was like, The Big Show, he slapped a guy across the chest, and I don't know if this is going to get us flagged, but his thumb to pinky went nipple to nipple on this guy's chest. It was unbelievable. You go nipple to nipple spread on your hand, that's saying something.
You ever seen Andre's hands?
Not in person, no.
Not in person.
Yeah.
Well, no, but they're at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas. They've got a bunch of different cast of people's hands out there, and Andre's is out there.
Yeah.
And it's as long as this table.
Yeah, I could see that.
And probably about as wide, too.
Probably about as wide.
Yeah.
Well, he spent a lot of time gripping beers, so I could see the stories of him gripping a beer can are legendary.
Do you ever get those little mini Coke cans and just pretend you're Andre? I don't either.
I don't
either.
But I love that we're having this confession time for you right now. This is fantastic.
This is live and direct.
Yep. Now, we're going a long way away from Canada with our call tonight.
Yes, we are.
We're going all the way down to the Mojave Desert.
Yes.
Where we have some sort of a creature sighting. This is exciting.
A huge creature.
Yeah. And the best part about it is our caller was really in a dilemma.
Yeah.
During this. And I can't wait to get into it because it is a fantastic call. It has everything you're looking for, including a few accidental mistakes.
Yeah, there was a couple.
There's a
hiccups in there.
Couple hiccups in the story.
He was excited.
But here's the thing. That's what I think we need.
Yeah.
Like, this is a real recounting of it, because if it was me in that situation, I would have left everything. So this is good.
He even said this was his best rendition of telling this story ever.
Yeah, I love it.
It was great.
So the only thing better than a good rendition is hearing that call. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
About 2 years ago, I was driving through the Mojave Desert filming a music video for a client of mine. I'm a cinematographer. I film music videos and commercials for a living. We're out there around sunset out at the Kelso Dunes, and we finished wrapping up our last scene of the music video. Sun was going down. I was standing up on a concrete pillar and just relaxing and enjoying the view. And out of nowhere, I got this horrible, horrible sense of dread overcome my entire body. I started sweating, I started trembling, and I had no idea what was going on. I've never been that scared before in my entire life. All I knew is I felt like my life was in danger. So I ran back to the car as fast as I could. My client followed with me. He never seen me that scared before, so it scared him too. We hopped in the car. I tried to crank the car wouldn't crank. And I kept trying to crank the car and crank the car, the car wouldn't crank. Eventually, my client's in the back seat. He didn't even sit in the passenger seat. He started screaming, there it is, I see it. And I'm like, shut the up, dude, I'm scared. It's time to go. And I try and crank the car's not cranking. He's in the back seat bugging the at me. He's like, there it is, I see it. And I'm like, dude, shut up. We got to get the here. Cranking the car's not cranking. Finally, the car cranks. I slam it in gear into drive. The car's not working. The transmission's not working. It's like a 2023, 2024 Jeep. It was like almost a brand new rental car at the time. He goes, that's it. It's the Bigfoot. And I said, shut the up. And I pull out of the parking lot as fast as I can. I'm sweating, I'm trembling, and he's in the back seat bouncing up and down, so happy, and I'm terrified. I don't even know what he's saying. I'm not even registering what he's saying. He's like, stop the car, and I said, screw you, I'm not stopping this car. I'm driving as fast as I can, until I realized I left the camera on the ground. So to my demise, I pulled over and was like, I have to go back and get this camera, don't I? So I turn around, and I go back to the parking lot where my camera is and open up the door to get the camera, and he's shouting and screaming, look, look. I flick the headlights on bright, and I look up, and sure enough, I see a silhouetted something about 14 foot tall. The texture of the fur, you could see how matted it was. It was huge. It was really, really wide. And it had two large holes for an eye. His eyes were glowing like a cat looking at you from down the hallway, or like a predator in the middle of the woods at nighttime. It scared the living shit out of me. It transformed my entire life. Before this experience, I didn't really believe in anything, and my whole life has gone downhill or arguably uphill since this experience. I've been obsessed with them ever since. I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're flesh and blood. I don't know if they're interdimensional. It's not up to me to speculate. I don't want to speculate. All I know is I know what I saw. The end. My name is Kevin Copeland, aka Opus Mercury. We run a fringe media company called The Nowhere Report. You can find us on Instagram, and I appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you. And just hang it up, huh? Yes, sir. Woo!
That was one of the most incredible calls we've ever had, Steve.
It's fantastic.
What are your thoughts on this?
There are so many things going on. First off, you're in the middle of the Mojave Desert where nothing should be living, right? Like, this is Death Valley. This is everything that you think of with the desert, right? Like the high heat, cactuses, maybe a lizard, possibly Rango. Johnny Depp voices are going around.
We're fighting.
Yeah, I did.
I don't want that to go by. I don't want that to go unnoticed here. That's great.
He's out there fighting rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
Do you ever see Rango?
No, but I know what the movie.
So at one point, he's fighting this rattlesnake. The villain of the whole thing, spoiler alert, is a rattlesnake who's got a machine gun for a rattletail. It is. I was like, is this a kid's movie? Because I'm having nightmares like about a snake shooting bullets at me. But we're out in the desert.
Yeah.
He's on a film shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's got his client with him doing some filming. All of a sudden, here comes this presence. It's just growing and growing and growing till he's like, I am getting out of here.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt that? You ever felt that eerie presence?
I had a feeling like that last week, actually.
Did you?
Yeah. When we were in the basement of this building here, and I saw something looking at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to get out of here, but I don't think that comes close to the fear he was describing.
No. The fear he was feeling was like there is a dangerous presence right there coming at you.
Like he was going to get harmed. So scared, the scaredest moment of his entire life.
Yeah.
And he said that he was not a believer until this night. So this is a life-changing experience for him.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So he goes, they get in the Jeep, they start taking off. And the thing that I love the most about this is he forgot his camera.
Yeah.
He had to go back and get his camera.
Yeah. A very expensive camera.
A very expensive camera.
We have seen this camera in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
but the Jeep wouldn't start at first.
The Jeep wouldn't start. The Jeep wasn't cranking.
Right.
And so that brings up a lot of good points here, because there are a lot of these sightings, a lot of these things. There's a lot of electronic, just like things going on where batteries shut off,
Yeah.
phones shut off, lights shut off. There's a lot of disturbances that happen. So the fact that the Jeep wouldn't crank makes you think that there was something there.
Yeah. There was something big there.
Something.
And that's what he was feeling. And that's why he tried to get out. The client jumped in the back seat and was just like, get out now.
Yeah.
Go. And they forgot the camera.
They forgot the
crap.
camera.
In a major dilemma.
Yeah.
Got to make a decision. What are you doing in this?
So here's the thing. If it's just me, I might be gone. But you
Screw
have
the camera.
You have the client with you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so you're like, he's gonna be mad because I'm still gonna invoice him for this shoot. Like,
Right. He doesn't want to have to buy a $20,000 camera.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
but I'm still gonna send him the bill. So like,
Yeah.
he's gonna want to see some footage out of this. So we got to go back and get that camera, right?
Yeah. So he did what a real man would do.
That's right.
Turn the car around.
Yeah.
Got to go get this camera.
He went full dad mode. He turned
Yes.
this car around.
Yeah.
He got it. Yeah.
Don't make me.
Don't make me.
But when they did that, that's where this story, it's scary enough as it is, but
Yeah.
this is where the story really picks up.
Yeah. This is where the rubber meets the sand.
Yes.
See what I did?
I
there?
like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I
All right.
like
There we
that.
go. All right. So he goes back, and all of a sudden the light hits
Yeah.
what he describes as a 14-foot massive creature with matted hair, long matted hair,
Yeah.
glowing eyes, and just enormous.
Just the sense of death
Yeah.
comes over him. And then he's just like, get out of here. So do you think this, when he got out to get this camera, how close was he to this thing, you think?
Man, I don't know. Let me ask you this. How close would that thing have to be to the camera before you would go, you know what? We're going to go ahead and just cut our losses and walk away here right now.
100 yards.
100 yards?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to give my shot. Now, my speed is well documented at this
Yes,
point.
it is.
So I'm going to go within 20 feet. Like, is it
20
he's
feet. And he's 14 feet tall. So the stride on this thing is going to be 2 steps to you. You're good with 20 feet.
here's the thing. I can serpentine like with the best of them. Okay. He's never going to know where I'm going.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like Dominic Cruz out there. I'm bobbing and weaving. You're never like, I'm going to throw head feints at him. He's not going to know what's happening, you know? So, cause that's the thing. You got to go prison rules, right? Like you got to show them that you're not afraid of them.
Yeah.
And then you get the camera and then you can become afraid of them once you get back in the car.
Those prison rules are a good way to get you eaten too. You know that?
I mean, here's the thing. I've seen Hitch and, you know, I've seen Hancock. I know all the Will Smith movies,
You got it.
you know,
got it.
like
Yeah.
one of those two is going to give me everything I need. Okay. If the prison doesn't work, you know, maybe we put some moves on the old beast.
Wasn't Will Smith Rango too? Or not?
That was Johnny Depp.
Oh,
Yeah. That was
I failed.
pre-lawsuit Johnny Depp.
Oh,
you know.
gotcha.
I don't even know if can you say Johnny Depp right now? Is that one of the banned words?
That we're gonna allegedly.
We're
Just
gonna-
say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, just say allegedly.
We're gonna find
Everything
out
will be
today.
fine. Yeah.
We're gonna find out today. So we did a little bit of looking there, and this call obviously came from the Project Nowhere guys.
Yeah. The Opus Mercury with them.
Yeah.
Great-
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome
great content.
dudes.
Yeah.
Out of Louisiana, chasing the truth. And this whole channel, everything that they're doing now became of this story.
Yeah.
How amazing is that?
That's awesome. The Nowhere Report
Mhm.
gets their biggest report in the middle of nowhere.
That's right.
Do you like that?
Oh, man, I tell you what, you got away with words,
I
don't you,
did.
buddy? I
About
like it.
stumbled and butchered that one completely, but we're
So I want to talk to you about the Mojave Desert Bigfoot,
good. Okay. You hit me.
because this is a thing that is out there. Now, I had never heard of the Mojave Desert Bigfoot until this story came in, right? So when you think of Bigfoot and you think of Sasquatches, you think of these giant creatures, you think about being somewhere in the woods, right?
Yeah.
Off in the trees, the national parks, possibly some military bases, right?
Yep.
But now you have something that's thriving in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. Hairy, large and hairy in an oven is what this thing is living in. So I think they're cooler climates, more water.
Yeah.
This kind of throws me off a little bit.
I mean, here's the thing. He's large and hairy. I'm smaller and hairy, and I can't imagine being in that heat for that long. So I don't know how they're surviving out there. But they say that they live in a lot of the remote mountains, so well off the beaten path.
Mhm.
They live in dry riverbeds and abandoned mines is a hot spot for them. So
Really?
old mines and then military testing regions is the other place where they're commonly found.
Yeah.
So obviously it's like California, Nevada, Arizona, as we know, there's no military testing that happened in those areas at any point in time, definitely not in the 50s. So so these things are hanging out. They describe them as giant primate that can survive off of little food, but it's kind of like a polar bear, right? Like a polar bear, when it sees food or something, it could be food, it attacks mercilessly, right?
Yep.
This is the same thing. When it sees food, when it sees water, it's over.
It's survival.
It's survival. It's taking it on. So it makes sense that he felt this impending doom, this threat over him the entire time, because this is survival for this thing out there.
Yeah. This sounds very familiar to the Yucca Man. Have you heard about the Yucca Man?
I have not heard about the Yucca Man.
Well, it's the Mojave Bigfoot. It's just another name to describe it.
Okay.
These are described as a little bit larger than the northwestern Bigfoot that, like Patty, and these are 8 to 12 plus feet tall.
Okay.
So that would fall into line with what Mr. Mercury saw.
Yeah.
At 14 feet.
I mean, guy measurement, 14 feet. We'll take that into account,
I'm glad he took the time to eyeball that, and it's about 14 feet.
I mean, here's the thing. When you're a cinematographer, though,
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure you can eyeball some of that stuff. He probably got one of these out and just kind of was like, let me see how far. Yeah. Okay, good. I like it.
You think he took the time to do that?
I framed them up.
You
I like,
framed him? Yeah.
if the lighting's right, might as well, right?
Yeah.
So what else can you tell me about Yucca Man? What's happened?
There's a lot of Native Americans out there that have oral traditions about desert spirits or wild men. And the Yucca Man is one of those that is described as that they travel all through the Mojave Desert, Southern California, Arizona, Nevada. They another thing that's interesting with that area is that Edwards Air Force Base is out there.
Yep.
And so the first sightings of the Yucca Man were in the early 70s at the 29 Palms military base.
Yeah.
As far as in this area,
Mhm.
it goes back to actually the 50s.
Back in the 50s.
It's a lot happens around 1955.
It
seems.
As time has gone on, if you were to tell me I can go back to any time frame, I might go back to 1955. It seemed like a happening time.
All kinds of things. You got UFOs, Bigfoots, goblins.
Yeah.
You got all kinds of other cryptids too.
That's right. So we're talking the 50s, hanging around the military bases. Now, that military base you mentioned, it's kind of often known for a lot of cryptid activity, UFO lore, underground tunnels and underground bases. Like it's known for a lot of this stuff. So the fact that the Yucca Man, I feel like Yucca Man's a better name we can call it for right now.
You think?
The Yucca Man, Yucca Men, could be multiple Yucca women.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge? They could all have so much activity right in that area, and it's just a hot spot for it.
Yeah. Something also interesting there is that NASA's space shuttle program landed the shuttles at Edwards Air Force Base 54 times. So then you put back into the alleged conspiracy, are these government creations that maybe got loose?
Could be.
A lot around military bases. You think about the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio.
Yeah.
You had all the Bigfoot sightings around that.
Yeah.
You've got 29 Palms out there, which is a Marines air ground base, where a soldier in 1971 had a face-to-face encounter with one of these things. And actually, they don't know what happened, but they found this guy unconscious, and his gun was bent in half. And the only thing he could describe is that there was this large, hairy, bipedal creature that he heard him growling. And then he pointed his gun at him. The thing came to him. Nobody knows what happened, but they found him barely alive. Yeah.
Well, the other thing about the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base out there in Ohio is a lot of the supposed Roswell crash vehicles and scraps from that were taken to that base. So all of the military bases are tying back into cryptids, back into UFOs. And it makes you wonder. Now, I wonder about the gentleman that had the gun bent.
Yeah.
Like, if you were on the military base, all right, and you would happen to had a rough night out on the town and something happened to your gun, that might not be the worst story to throw out there, you know?
And you would believe, sense to believe that could be part of his story, but around that base, they've got cameras, obviously, and they've picked up several images of something large and hairy off in the distance all around this base.
That is awesome. I love that so much. I can't believe that all of these things happen. And here we have the call where he sees it right then and there.
Yeah. Up close, turns the lights on, and it's standing there 14 feet tall. I don't know what my reaction would be. Would you try to run it over?
No.
If you could?
Well, it is a rental. So here's the thing. Did I pay for the insurance?
Did you get the insurance?
Did I get
That's
that
the
extra
big thing.
insurance? I need to make sure that's taken care of. Now, he said it was a Jeep as well. And so there's a big difference between like a Wrangler or a Gladiator and a Liberty.
Yeah.
And so, is this a Compass that I'm going to try to, because that's probably not going to work out, that's basically hitting it with an Escape, and that's a bad idea, right?
Yeah.
I ran over a possum in a Ford Focus one time, and it was the angriest I've ever seen anything, because the possum just kind of picked his head up, looked back, and goes, "Man, was that a Focus? Like, what are we doing?"
Yeah.
So I imagine that hitting him with one of those smaller Jeeps is going to be about that. He's going to be like, "Is that a Liberty? What are we? Come on."
He's just going to pick it up and throw it.
Yeah. Was that a family midsize?
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't upgrade?
I can't get over the size of this thing, though. 14 feet, man.
Massive and built like the thing. And this is where like true nerdiness comes in. Like, how much protein is he getting a day to keep that muscle mass,
And where's he getting it? In the middle of the desert.
That's right. Where's it coming from?
Yeah.
Now, the thing that I thought was interesting and the thing that I liked about reading about this was hearing about the mines and the mine encounters that they had. Because the whole time that all this stuff is going on, we're talking about people going on these abandoned mines and going in these hunts, real white people stuff, as they like to say, right? Like this is as the kids call it, right? Like we're going to go down this abandoned mine shaft and see what happens.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you feel this presence and there's a 14-foot creature standing in your way.
Yeah. I mean, could a 14-foot creature, I just wonder how big these mines are.
Yeah.
They'd have to be gigantic for these things to be traveling through these, unless they walk on all fours too, or can crawl, or
I imagine so.
Squatch crawl.
Get the Squatch crawl.
Yeah.
They could possibly get in one of the little like mining carts, like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and he starts singing as they're going down.
Yeah.
Like there's a real good chance of that. I kind of imagine that it would be a little something like that, like the DuckTales game for NES. Like
I remember that.
That's right.
Call. Yeah.
So it's super cool to think like, all right, this thing is down there in those mines and people are encountering it. So there has to be some access. They say a lot of those ridge lines is where you'll find them down there, and they're just kind of keeping watch of what's going on.
When you were researching, did it say anything about the color of eyes that they had?
I didn't get anything on the color of eyes. Did you get anything on
I've got
it?
reports mostly of glowing red eyes, but there were a couple blue eyes in there too.
Oh.
I was going to say, so if these were blue eyes, maybe he was getting lost in that.
Oh, getting
that glare.
lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little yucca woman.
Yeah. It's like that girl gremlin on Gremlins 2.
That's right. You a yucca, or you just happy to see me?
that's
One of
right.
those things.
Yeah.
What is super cool, super interesting is the fact that we have a call where we have this long matted hair, and it perfectly describes everything that goes on in that area.
Yeah.
Like as I was listening to call, I'm doing some research, I'm looking things up, and like as he's going on with the description, more and more things are coming up, and I'm just like, oh, well, this is just exactly what this is. 100%.
He did such a good job of telling that story that you could visually imagine this whole thing playing out. It's like a little movie.
It really is
Yeah.
like a little. I tell you what, storytelling right there, but
Yeah, it was.
he did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
Now, the thing that I really want to know is A, how far away he was from the camera
Yeah.
when he got it. B, how was that footage worth it? like when you went back and edited it, were you just like, the lens cap was on? Like, was it one of those you're just like, this was definitely not worth it?
I actually spoke to him today.
Okay.
Via, a direct message. And I was asking him, how much did this change your life? And he said that he was not a believer in much of anything before this, but now he believes in everything. And he said that it's almost like a curse, like that veil is thin for him, and that his life has gone uphill or downhill, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love every second of it.
Yeah. Cool guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys get a second, go check them out. The Nowhere Report. Check them out. Give them a follow. Give them a listen. And if you've ever seen a yucca man, send it our way. We're interested to know about it. We want to find out more about this. If you ever encountered a yucca woman, had a yucca time, let us know. You can call 615-431-9003, or you can hit us up at paranormalpayphone@gmail.com, or you can slide into any of our DMs respectfully on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We are there for all of it. YouTube. If you guys will just go there, like, comment, subscribe, get it out there. Things are moving in a positive direction, and we're getting some great stuff that we could piece together for you.
Yeah, this has been great.
Yeah.
As far as, we do like a conspiracy corner thing.
What do you got for me?
Have you seen this? It just came out, like this Mayan volcano in the Philippines that's erupting. It's a frequent eruption that happens, and the government has cameras on it.
Okay.
And there is on this one I saw, there's a meteor that's going down in the background. It's almost like something out of a movie. You're expecting like Godzilla or Ghidorah come flying up out of it.
Mhm.
What's interesting out of this thing is that there's a round white object once the meteor goes down that starts floating up, just like floating way out into the air, and it goes off camera.
Are you trying to tell me that there is a UFO coming out of a meteorite volcano?
I'm thinking that's what's happening.
That is fantastic. The fact that it's caught on camera is the craziest thing, right?
Yeah.
So you have, paint this for me again. Paint it for me one more time, because I want to make sure that I'm getting all of this. You have a volcano that's erupting.
Yes. Lava flowing down.
Yes.
And then the sky lights up. It's green looking on the camera.
Okay.
It goes flying by. It's going through. I don't think it made contact with land. It dissipated in the atmosphere.
Okay.
But it looks like it's
if
going
you
straight
subscribe to
the
atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
if you
please.
if you believe in that thing.
If you believe in that sort of thing.
Just
Go
say
ahead.
allegedly.
Yeah.
And then it goes down, sky darkens back up, and you see this little white. If you try to zoom in, it's making little like movements within it. Yeah. And then it's just floating up. So it's like, oh man, what was that?
Was that a UFO? Was that some sort of angel encounter?
Yeah.
Was that a butterfly person?
Was it the roach guy from Men in Black?
Was it the roach guy from Men in
Yeah.
Black? It could have been.
Yeah.
Was it King Ghidorah?
Yeah.
It's often, we talk about Godzilla a little bit, something from time to time. Was it the little girls that control Mothra that live in the little clamshell?
Maybe Mothra's on her way.
Listen, here's the thing. I love that you gendered Mothra properly. That's
Yeah.
the real thing. That's the
right.
true test of a nerd.
Yeah.
Is if you get your pronouns on
That's right.
on your monsters correct. So that is super, super interesting to think that here's this volcano going up
Mhm.
and it's caught on camera for everything. You said this is in the Philippines?
Yeah.
I wonder what the next couple of days were like there.
Yeah. I don't know. It happened just a couple of days ago, so we'll see what's happening.
Yeah,
Coming-
because that's the thing is, was there anything else that was going on at that time? Or was there anything that happened afterward? Was there electronic disturbance that happens?
Yeah. So many questions.
Now, can you imagine living someplace where you just have volcanoes going off?
No. And apparently very frequently.
It seems like a terrible idea, right?
Yeah. You don't want to live close to that.
You know, we get tornadoes here.
Yeah.
And it's a frightening, whatever, 4 or 5 months out of the year where it's just like one day you wake up and you're just like, oh no, everyone's going to be in the basement tonight. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't imagine just going, I think that volcano is going to blow today. Like, what do you do?
Yeah. Every day you're going to be waiting for it.
Oh yeah, I'd be a nervous wreck,
Yeah.
right?
Like, hey, y'all don't go too far out today.
Yeah. Hey kids, front yard.
Yeah.
Front yard today.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I wonder how fast it comes too.
I don't know. This camera is so far back that it captures the whole volcano. So you can't really tell. You can just see it glowing and moving down like the lava
Yeah.
burning down. But such a cool picture, such a cool video. And then that little question mark coming after it. What is that?
So it seems like I've spent my whole life to this point maybe hearing about 3 meteors. You know, I had Halley's Comet, you know, and that was about it, right? Now I'm all this talk about meteors and about these different things constantly. You know, you had like 5 or 6 over Ohio. Now we have 15 Bigfoot sightings.
Yeah.
We've got one that hits over the Philippines, and now we have a little alien ball popping out of it. Like, what is the deal with meteors right now?
Right in the middle of all this disclosure talk, too.
Right after 3-Eye Atlas came around.
Yeah.
It seems like, was that 3-Eye Atlas some sort of a signal, allegedly, to mobilize things, and now we're just under the sort of attack?
When Mars attacks.
It could be when it could be Mars attacks.
attacks.
It could be Mars attacks.
Yeah.
I know one thing. If they say we come in peace, I'm not trusting them one bit. We're going to keep an head on a swivel, eyes open at all times, not trusting it for 1 second.
Yeah. And if they point a finger at you, that doesn't necessarily not their way to say hi.
Nope, that doesn't mean a good thing.
It's not a good one.
No, it is super interesting, the fact that we have all this stuff happening all at one time.
Yeah.
And it just seems like more and more every day there's something new.
So exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
We haven't even got to dolphins.
No, haven't touched dolphins.
Yeah. Never touch the stuff.
Yeah. You're not allowed to.
Not allowed to.
Not,
Definitely not allowed to make contact in the wild with them.
Yeah.
You know, but if you want to make contact in the wild with us, you can do it by calling 615-431-9003, hitting us up at paranormalpayphone.gmail.com. You can hit us on any of our social medias. We want to know about all your meteors, your volcanoes, the yucca man, yucca woman, yucca dates you've been on. And we just want more and more of these stories to come in. Like, comment, subscribe, and just hit us up. Let us know what's going on.
So until next time, who are you going to call?
That's Paranormal Payphone.